This here is absolutely one of the things that break every mother's heart. Seeing her baby cry, it breaks the heart. And I, for one, my child doesn't always cry. He's not a needy type. Yeah, I'm lucky with that. But ever since I took him, I noticed he's somehow clingy, either to me or his dad. But me especially at nights and of course in the mornings, he's always clingy. Anyways, watch to the end to see why or what got him crying. But this really got to my heart. Like, ever. One of the things I don't like doing is seeing my baby cry. It's on a Wally movie, but then children will always be children. Anyways, let the sorting begin. Yeah, watch to the end to see why my baby cried. But here, remember our things, our goodies from the nuts. I had to today, yes, today was a very busy day for me. Oh, glory to God. This is the only stress I'm undergoing. I didn't go to the market. So, do you know how stressful it is to actually gather all these things? But then the only thing I do here is just to sort these things out. Hey, when somebody's working, you are just stressed. I think I was saying something serious here, but anyways, thank God you guys didn't hear it. So the first thing I do, I'm trying to preserve my beans, guys. Yeah. So for those that don't know, this is the best method to preserving beans, so that it doesn't spoil. Yeah, all those weevils, they don't. I don't know how all those things come about, though. But weevils, wana tayari beans kwari ana kiran shi kwari a Hausance, and then ana koya amma mi fara koya na Igbo, guys, but ana koya kwari na Hausa, then weevils na English. If I wanna takosi beans, yeah, those things, those little animals, insects that spoil beans, in order to avoid them, because you can see obviously the beans that is even more than a half bag. So in order to preserve, I know my family is still small. In order to preserve, this is how I do. First thing, get your container. If it is a bucket you choose, fine, but I always use jerry cans. Yeah, jerry can. So the first thing, I have to add dried pepper at the bottom. Yes, after adding dry pepper, then I'll go ahead to, you can be generous with your dry pepper. It depends on the amount of beans you want to store in. Yes, and after pouring for a while, you still go ahead to add your dry pepper. You just keep mixing it. Remember, I'm doing this because I'm storing in a smaller quantity. For those that are buying in bags, like if you're buying beans, all these dry foods in bags, they have their own methods of storing them. They have things, sometimes you have to, most especially, the only problem with preserving beans is those weevils that it's that's I don't know where it comes from, that eats it. So those things, if you are storing in so much, you are buying in so much quantities, like bags, if it's more than 3 bags, 5 bags, you have to mix them with those medicines and rebag them. It can stay long. That's how they preserve beans in the north. So this is my own way of preserving, because this is just a little bag I bought, just half bag. If you notice, you see that the jerry can is almost full. I kept pouring the beans and adding pepper at every part. Okay, my son wants to continue. Oh yeah, go ahead. So that is me sorting the beans. I kept doing that until it was full, very full. You should just be careful so that it doesn't I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Yes, tell them. Don't mind me. I'm saying that you have to be careful whenever you're doing it. something like this, water should not be around you, because anything water, it spoils it. And then make sure Oga, can you help? Allow me. Make sure your container is well dried. So I'm done sorting the beans. The other one that is remaining, I'll pour it in my container, the one I use, the normal container, the bucket I use, because it's remaining very small. Then this one I'll cover until the one in the bucket finishes. Then I would scoop from there. That's how I keep doing. It lasts. That in there I just did would last for a year, 2 years. It depends. It lasts. The problem is it doesn't spoil. So this point, my boy was giving me trouble. third last. Let's see and see his face. One of the things he learned these days is when you scold him, he will now give you one mere face. But God knows that my mother did not even raise me like that. I spank and spank and spank. Because if you leave this child, spare the rod and spoil the child, not me. The next on my list is sorting our tiger nuts. So I am sorting tiger nuts here. I don't know how my mom got all this, like, bought them. Okay, this should be quarter. They call it quarter. Mommy, quarter should be, is it Derika over here, the eastern part? Because measures differ. In the west, they use mudu. Is it mudu they call it or something? Okay, mudu is in Abuja. In the west, I think it's still mudu. I don't know. But basically, here in the east, they use painter. One painter, half painter. Half painter is Derika. Then half of the Derika should be that small custard. But over there in the north, they use tia, quarter, and kopi. So those things, these ones I'm tearing. These nylon, I'm tearing their quarters. Yeah. One of the secrets, how a woman goes to the market, or how my mother raised me, and then I'm raising anybody that is close to me. You see all this? When I want to go to market, I'll make sure I buy them pity. My husband will be like, this is a poor man mentality. I said, yeah, leave it for me like that. Leave the poor man mentality for me like that. Is your poor man? That one is your business. I go to the market. I will make sure if I want to buy pepper for 500, I will buy 100. In fact, it's because these women here won't even answer you. When they tell you to give them pepper 100 naira, they will not answer you. Go to the north, they will buy 20 naira, 15 naira, 30 naira. Now I can't you see all the nylon? If you go to Ekoka in this east here, Anambra State, they will complain of nylon. Their nylon is this one. No be nylon when they see me here like this. I bet forget. Also, people no get problem. I'm not gonna lie. No be nylon when they see me here like this. And she obviously bought this from one store. You won't hear them complain. But Anambra women or all these Yoruba women, they will complain. No, they will be sighing, hissing upon you are giving them your hard-earned money. They won't sell with happiness. That's one thing that weaks me in buying things from all these Eastern women and Western women. You are buying with your money, but they won't sell it. They won't sell happily. They will grudgingly sell. Anyway, some of them. I beg all of them, Jerry. If I don't buy, if I they go market, that time why they go market. If I buy one thing, maybe I'll go buy pepper 1,000. I say make I buy 300. I come buy another 300. The next 300 to make a 900. The woman no go sell for me. She go say, Madam, I chokamo de kafia. I chokamo de kafia. Afia oka mami ife. With my own money again. No be the way I want take am. Anyways, I'm still sorting my tiger nut here. You guys can see the lushness, see the freshness, see the freshness. I'm thinking of how to preserve. I've never got. My mother has never said that my mother has never sent this quantity of tiger nuts. I don't. And then these ones were not feeling so. They are still so fresh. I'm here trying to bag it, but then I'm tired. Wait though. Am I the only pregnant woman that feels exhausted? Like if I do one thing like this, aside cooking, because I enjoy cooking these days. If I do one thing, the next thing I'm tired. Oh yeah, continue, okay? Continue. We are done starting our tiger nuts. The next is granuts. You guys come in here, oh, come and tell me what I should do with these groundnuts. Now me go do alaroro. Now me go do I too know. Now me go they ask now my online family the how to mix my baby's food, what to do and what not to do. And then so many people recommended granules. So all the things I bought, all the things people are seeing here that my mom bought, I bought here. These things are from your recommendations. Granules, tiger nuts, millets, guinea corn, maize. Please, how do they use? Is it do I soak this overnight too with the pap? You guys should tell me, how do they do this? Do I fry this one separately? How do I use this granite? Because Amarakwamu, let my mother's effort not go to waste. What do I do with that granite? And that granite is quite too it's too much. The next we are sorting is you see, this is the clinginess I'm telling you people. This boy will not allow me be. He will not allow me be. The next thing I'm sorting here is our tiger nuts. You can see the freshness. You know, it's what am I? You see, is this boy that is confusing me? Oh, you people don't mind me. That's not tiger nut. That's called dates. Debino. The next thing we finished sorting our tiger nut. The next thing I'm sorting now is dates. Dates, our debino. You can see how fresh it looks. How lovely. My mom always sends this, but she obviously sends them in large quantities. I actually added so many things because of the orishirishi, the amebo people said I should do. That these things they do, they put them in paps. So I said, okay, yati tukuaka. Amaram kesi emeya. Oh, you people should come and teach me. Oh, teach me how to do this. This one na real executive pap I want they do. In fact, na me self go they drink this pap, because by the time I don't add all this gbogbo, see how they do pap for my pikin. Even my husband, everybody, my neighbor, my village, everybody go follow us say they take this pap, because oh my god, this is smelling rich. This is something else. Like oh my god, I'm so excited. Yeah, and I'm very much grateful because God is really faithful. Family is really important. Imagine if I didn't have my mom in the north, or say I didn't have a family, how would these things be possible? It could be, though. It wouldn't actually, because it takes family to do this stuff for you. Even when somebody is running this such service, aside the money it involves, it just takes a family member to do this with their church mind. I'm done sorting my dates. I sorted dry pepper. Nah, I don't know the kind. I don't know my mother. I don't know her target to the kind pepper where she who want pepper? I be na the omugo pepper they send give me now. I be okay. I think I remember. That pepper is what I will use to pepper you people. Yeah. So that's our kuli okbo gong kuli ebuka. That's first nylon, and we have 2 nylons, kuli and tape. Yes, so we have 2 nylon. That's second nylon, but obviously I don't have any more container to put it. So for the now, that one will be there. And we done. You guys always know this is Mama's hand. If you've been following me, every time my mom does any baby, you will know she always sends this thing to my child. I keep telling my mother, this boy does not take these things, but my mother will always be my mother. She must put. Now I will end up giving these things out, because my pikin kuku no they take all these things. Anyways, you can see that our balcony is now looking a bit scantier, because we've sorted a lot of things. The next thing is to sort onions. onions. Oh God, nah, see the onions, see all the things we person buy for 5,000 naira. My baby, my baby is leaving. Is it just me? Is it just my husband that whenever before he leaves, he always come to peck me to tell me bye bye? And then this boy, see what happened, see what got us crying. You see, whenever his father is leaving, this is what he does. He breaks down. Who does that? Who does that? See heartbreak. See heartbreak. Whenever his father is leaving, like going out, he he clings onto him, and then of course his father will not go with him. His father will drop him as the man that he is and go without looking back. The next thing, na me they go come leave this heartbreak for. Na me go come they mend this heartbreak. You see? No be today. You people should add this to my resume. I mend broken hearts, because see the way I'm mending my boy's broken hearts. His father keeps breaking his heart. Let it be on record that this boy's father breaks his heart every day. Whenever in fact, sometimes 2 times or 3 times a day. Because whenever he leaves, it is a chronicle. It always happens. And you pacify him. My child has a mind of his own. He always cry whenever he's done crying. But like I said, he's a happy baby. He doesn't really cry that much. It's just these days since I got pregnant that he started all this thing that he's doing. See person where they cry. See I'm not. I don't bribe her with my cap. I don't bribe her with my cap, my baby. So our sorting continues again. It continues. So what I'm trying to do here is I noticed that because the onion was in a bag and it stayed for more than 48 hours. So the weather over the north there is a bit hot. Yeah, it's a bit hot. So I think it made some of the onion start to rot. So what I'm trying to do is separate I'm not quite rotten, no, but it's what it is. English is English. You can't be soft, yeah. So that's the word for it. Because if I say rot now, it will be like it has skinny, it has jabber, it has So I'm just sorting it, putting the very dried ones separately, then those mild ones separately. So I'll be sun drying those ones until they get very dried, and I would clear my staircase downstairs, because that's I don't have space. That's the only way I can preserve these onions. If not, it go pay me if it spoil, because say based on say not only me day now, not only me leave. When we won't take finish these onions, I pray it go reach December. It go reach December. She been a me on a day. So December still far. My point is that it will take. It will take. And I know say I dey chop onions well. Those my onion sauce and everything. It will take. So I need to preserve it well. And preserving onions is leaving it in a spacious place where there will be inflow of air. So guys, we are done sorting. Thank you for watching, and say a nice prayer for my mother for doing this for me. I love you, mama, and thank you guys for watching. I so much appreciate. This is my onions. This is the top of it all, because I'm so excited. I know how much I spent on onion the other day. If I had known my mom was going to say that, I would have bought